I should have showed this off in the orbiter at first, but that's a mistake I kind of learned from. But in the simulacrum, the weapon stats, like the status chance, crit chance, and the actual damage numbers, they aren't exactly what they actually are. In the simulacrum, they're like halved or something like that. So they don't show off what the damage actually is, but the damage done to the enemies is basically what it actually is. So, pay more attention not to the stats, but to how fast it, takes down the enemies. Alright, I'm just gonna show off my Titania build. To me, I'm just gonna call it the Fire Fairy, as you will see right there from the stats. Take a look at the upgrades, the mods on it. This is the mods. Obviously, you could swap out maybe one or two of these. Not a lot of these are actually mandatory, especially not the Primed Fury or maybe even not even Berserker. I mean, I feel like that might be a little bit overkill on a melee like Titania's, but you know what? That's just my opinion. You will see how crazy fast that melee speed can get with Titania. But it's basically built for heat. It's not really meant to go up against like the Grineer or like the Orkin like enemies. It's something I built in mind when going up against the Infested. So this is mainly Infested built, but I will show you what it can do against the Corrupted Heavy Gunner, everyone's favorite little test dummy. So you will see that in just a moment. I do have Prime Pressure Point, so I could probably, if I formatted for that, I could swap that out and, have that. I could probably swap out Lasting Sting for an upgraded Primed Reach, which would then give her an unfair advantage, given at least, because you don't necessarily need the increased status duration. So obviously you could swap out for a Reach for a longer, you'll see, because Titania's Dex Pixia, her fourth ability, it's basically she is in Arcwing mode, and if you've ever used an Arcwing and you meleeed, you know the Arcwings kind of have an unfair amount of reach as it is, because they're meant for use in space, but that, the Dex Pixia pistols, it's not the best mods. It does pretty crap damage. I mean, like really crap damage. Not, as you can see, not even any of these mods are maxed out except for Almost Augur Pact and Lethal Torrent. But, I will have to work on this. I've just never gotten around to upgrading these, and I don't have the endo to just max out all of my perks, mods. Why do I call them perks? I have no idea. As for my Titania herself, this is her mods. It still has room. There's still more I could do with this. So just take that into effect. Steel Charge, you definitely want this, because this will help with the Dex Pixia's Daiwada, which is the main focus of this, mainly. Obviously, to go with the theme of the Fire Fairy, I'm using the Titania it's right here. This helmet. I'm not gonna bother trying to pronunciate that, because that's gonna screw me up. But mainly because you can see the little fire lamps right there on her headpiece. To even go further with this, you could probably run this as a skin, and then even mix and match, and then have this skin but with the helmet I have. But yeah, now let's get on with the test. Our test is, like I said, everybody's favorite test dummy, the Corrupted Heavy Gunner, at level 120. I'm gonna have paused AI so I can show you the damage with both the pistol form and the melee, and yeah. And then I will move on to the enemies that this build is intended for, Infested, at the same exact level, might I add. So you can see it in Just see it do its work. Very, very, very slow on that damage. But you're not gonna be able to see the damage, or at least I don't think you will. I mean, I'll try and get it so you can see it. But this is the melee. Oh, and he.
Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again.
Don't need it, but you know. Oh, I missed. That's my target. Yeah, the melee is definitely the powerhouse here, not these these dual-wield pistols, Akimbo Dexpixia. So, but let's put this up against 120 infested, the enemies it is meant for. At level 120. Against the enemies this build is meant for. I'm pretty sure the Dexpixia pistols are still going to be crap because the damage on those are just terrible. But melee-wise, I'm pretty sure it's going to have the same effect as the Corrupted Gunner and just annihilate. So, yeah. Let's simulate that. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I want it to be a more fair fight. Let me just... remove that and see in a perfect situation for this. That was, that couldn't have been all of them, right? I didn't see any of the healers. Hold on. Where'd they go? All I saw was a big old bloat dude. And the normal infested. I don't recall. Oh. Maybe that would be why. Alright. Let's clear that. Let's just have these guys. We're both gonna just do a paused AI, just, so I can see for sure about this damage, because, yeah. Pretty crap, like I thought. But... takes a little while on these ones to actually stick in. Oh. Okay. His poison got me? I think. Huh. Alright. Let's go and clear that. And, let's see how it does against some Corpus. Actually, hold on. I actually want to see, out of curiosity, because I kind of got tempted to do this. I'm gonna probably regret it, but yeah. Let's just do it with paused AI, just to see how fast it'll be. counter. Need you open up that weak spot, buddy. Come on. They're gonna hurt until you open it up. Alright. Maybe I can hit that. They're gonna crack. Oh, we're definitely not gonna. We're not gonna unpause that AI, I'll just tell you that much. Kill. Alright, Corpus. Let's throw in some of these guys. This is probably gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie. Oh! Kill. Why are you so weird? I clicked the right one. I did click the right one, like stick in. I don't. Okay. Kill. Straight up dead. Alright, so maybe I do maybe I do need to build this for something more than a fire, but for what it's worth, it does do a good job. Kill. We're not up against Corpus. Oh god. We're not up against Corpus or level 120 enemies. Oh, okay. Let's just kill these and clear it. Come on. Okay, so let's go to Grenier. Oops, I passed Grenier actually. Let's go to Grenier, change enemy level down to, let's say, a more believable 60. Level 60 enemies. We'll simulate this, and we'll just see what this Fire Fairy build is like against your typical high level, kind of swordy Grenier. Still pretty crap. I guess there. Okay, good contract. Huh. Alright, I was expecting it to be just like all the others for level 120. I was expecting it to be crap. But it does look like it's holding its own on level 60. Okay. Yeah, definitely holding its own against level 60 enemies compared to level 120. Like, I'm not even resorting to melee. I can actually use the deck pixies with this leveled enemy. So, against, you know, typical enemies of Grenier status, this build actually holds up. So let's just simulate it again and try it with the melee and see how fast we can get the kill. Alright. Well, this is my Titania. This is my Fire Fairy. Again, she is not perfect. She is not meant for endgame, but you know, for everyday use, she sure gets the job done. So, and as for the arcanes I'm using too, by the way, I just figured I'd show this off because people are probably gonna ask. Guardian and Strike, so that way when I take damage, I have a chance at 150 armor for 5 seconds, but, you know, it's not like I have good arcanes, really. I mean, I kind of really don't. And then Strike for on hit, increase attack speed by 10% for 3 seconds with a 2.5. If I'm melee striking, that's just gonna increase my attack speed all that much more with the melee. So it's like I said, it's a bit overkill, but Also, like I said, this build does have room to grow. It's not perfect. It's not endgame. But it gets the job done. So, that's my Titania.